Скажи что-нибудь по-английски. Окей. Lesson 5B. И здесь мы разбираем предложение второго типа. На уроке 5A у нас было предложение первого типа. Урок 5B предложение второго типа. Предложение второго типа чем отличается от предложения первого типа?
Есть реальный глагол действия.
Есть реальный глагол действия. И в этом уроке нам нужно за 15 минут минимум выучить 15 слов. Чтобы выучить 15 слов, нам нужно сказать 150 слов. Как обычно, 90% слов, которых мы знаем, и 10% слов, которых мы не знаем. И здесь у нас We wanted to go to Sydney. Что такое wanted?
Хотели.
Want это хотеть, да? А wanted?
Хотели.
Хотели. Окончание ed это как раз самый распространенный способ, как сделать прошедшее время. Want глагол, значит второй тип. Мы хотели поехать в Сидней. И текст называется Sydney, here we come. Reading. Картинка у нас такая классная. Read and listen to the true story about Raul and Emma. Answer the question at the end. A tale of two Sydneys. И мы следим по тексту и слушаем саму оригинальную речь.
Listening. 5.5. A Tale of Two Sydneys.
Last April, two British teenagers wanted to go to Australia for their summer vacation, but it was a 24-hour trip by plane, and tickets were very expensive. So Raoul Sebastian and Emma Nunn, age 19, looked for cheap tickets on the internet. They were lucky, and they booked 2 tickets to Sydney. On August 4th, they arrived at Heathrow Airport. They checked in and waited for the plane to leave. 6 hours later, they landed at a big airport and changed planes.
I was a little worried because the second plane was very small, but I didn't want to say anything to Raoul.
After only an hour, the plane landed. We looked out the window. It was a very small airport. We walked to the information desk and I showed our tickets to the woman. When is our next flight? I asked. She looked at our tickets. The next flight? This is the end of your trip. Where did you want to go? Where are we? I asked.
Yeah, this is a text, a tale of two Sydneys. Translate?
Рассказ двух сиднейцев.
Рассказ об двух Сиднеях. Да, Сидней – город, о двух городах Сидней. Ну, давай переводи сразу.
Прошлым апрелем два британских тинейджера хотели поехать в Австралию для их летнего отпуска. Но это было 24-часовое путешествие на самолете. Поездка на самолете, и билеты были очень дорогие. Итак, Рауль Себастьян и Эмма Нан в возрасте 19 нашли.
Или посмотрели, искали, looked for.
Искали дешевые билеты в интернете. Они были удачливые, и они
booked, забронировали
2 билета в Сидней. В августе 4-го они
прибыли
в
Heathrow аэропорт.
Они
checked in, зарегистрировались и ждали самолет, чтобы для отправки, да?
Для отправки. 6 часов спустя они...
Или позже, дословно.
Они...
Land, земля, приземлились
в большом аэропорту и...
Change. Что такое change? Changed.
Изменять.
Поменяли.
И поменяли планы.
Поменяли planes, самолеты. Эмма.
Я была
немножко обеспокоена.
Потому что второй самолет был очень маленький. Но я не хотела
Не хотела, didn't want.
говорить ничего Раулю.
Да, или что-нибудь Раулю. Рауль.
После только
Одного часа.
часа самолет приземлился. Мы посмотрели
Типа наружу, да?
Наружу.
Или выглянули. Или
выглянули
посмотрели.
в окно. Это
Ну,
был,
там, конечно, не выглянешь в окно в самолете. Посмотрели наружу из окна, типа, да?
это был очень маленький аэропорт. Мы
Пошли, типа, да?
пошли
Вместе пешком
в информационный стол,
к информационному столу,
Да.
да.
и я
Шоу,
показал
да, показал.
наши билеты женщине. Когда наш следующий полет, я спросил, она посмотрела наши билеты. Следующий полет
Мгм.
это конец
Вашей поездки.
вашей поездки. Где вы хотели,
Или куда,
куда вы хотели приехать?
или поехать. Куда
Поехать.
вы хотели поехать, да? Или куда вы хотели прибыть.
Где мы? Я спросила.
Do you think they were in Sydney?
Ты думаешь, они были в Сиднее?
Okay. Questions? Read the story again and number the pictures 1 to 8. 1 to 9, sorry. A, B, C, D и так далее. Так, с чего начинается? Okay. So what is it?
They wanted to go Sydney.
They wanted to go to Sydney. Okay.
Then they looked for tickets on the internet.
Okay. G. Good.
Then C,
No.
H.
No. B.
Then they go.
Oh, they went. В прошедшей форме, да?
Went
to the airport.
and flying to Sydney.
Ну, пускай пока так будет. Okay.
Flight to Sydney.
Пускай пока тоже так будет.
Then they
D.
they flight
Они поменяли
change tickets
билеты или самолет?
plane
Plane. Okay.
plane.
Then C.
They arrived. Нет.
Нет, сначала, наверное, they took big plane, D, да? Туда они, наверное, летели на большом самолете, здесь. А вот здесь они меняют самолет, да? Большого на маленький.
They change plane,
They change plane.
big plane to
Okay.
small plane.
Okay, good.
Then they flight for small plane,
Okay.
and
Пускай будет так.
and the end they stay.
Нет, еще они подошли. A.
They go
Прошедшая форма, да, надо знать. Пускай будет пока go.
to information desk and asked woman about their trip.
Окей. H. Вот как раз, да, спросили. Тут подошли, получается. А здесь непосредственно они показали билеты. Как будут показывать билеты? They show
Their tickets
and
and they now
asked, да, спросили.
and asked about their trip.
About their trip.
In the end, they know what they
Что такое note?
Узнали?
No, типа, да?
No.
Хотела иди прибавить к слову no.
Да.
Окей, пока пускай так будет. No.
No, what they...
По-русски.
Не в Сиднее.
They, как сказать, они не в Сиднее. Ну,
They are not in Sydney.
да, очень просто. Предложение первого типа в настоящее время. Окей, 5.6. Listen to the end of the story. Where were they? Слушаем.
Listening. 5.6.
They walked to the information desk and they showed their tickets to the woman.
When is our next flight?
The next flight? This is the end of your trip. Where did you want to go?
Where are we?
You're in Sydney.
We're in Australia?
Australia? No, you're in Canada.
Canada?
Окей, Canada такой, да? Окей, Communication, Sydney. Page 112, and read about what happened to Emma and Raoul in the end. Is it easy to make a mistake like this? Translate.
Прочтите что случилось с Эммой и Раулем в конце. Это легко сделать ошибку, как эту.
Окей, 112. Так, ниже. Сидней. И вот он, Сидней, прекрасный город. Сидней, Нова Скотия. Population 26,000. Пониже сделать, чтобы картинка была видна. Окей. И вот она картинка, да? Нормальный, красивый, прекрасный город. What is population?
Население.
Население, окей. Raoul and Emma were in Sydney, but not Sydney, Australia. They were in Sydney, Nova Scotia, in northeastern Canada. Translate.
Рауль и Эмма были в Сиднее, но не в Сиднее, Австралия. Они были в Сиднее, Нова Скотия, в северо...
East, что такое East?
Востоке.
Северо-востоке.
Северо-востоке Канады.
В северо-восточной Канаде.
Северо-восточной Канаде.
The story of Emma and Raoul was on television and in newspapers around the world.
История Эммы и Рауля была в телевизоре.
На телевидении.
На телевидении.
На телевидении.
На телевидении и в газетах
Как бы по
миру.
Да, по всему миру, да, вокруг, around, вообще вокруг, по сути, вокруг всего мира. They stayed in Sydney, Nova Scotia for 4 days.
Они оставались в Сиднее, Нова Скотия в течение 4 дней.
Then they traveled home on Air Canada to London, England, not London, Canada.
Затем они путешествовали домой на
Air Canada, воздушная Канада, название авиалинии.
в Лондон, Англию, не Лондон, Канада.
Okay, good. Go back. Okay, grammar. Грамматика. Простое время. Regular verbs. Regular verbs это как бы регулярные глаголы, обычные глаголы. 99% всех глаголов в английском языке обычные глаголы regular verbs. Они очень просто образуются, вернее, из них очень просто делается прошедшее время. Есть немножко 1%, может штук 100, 200 может максимум, 100 даже достаточно на первое время. Глаголов, они нерегулярные или по-другому неправильные. Сейчас мы пока изучаем правильные глаголы, те, которые 99% всех глаголов. Look at the highlighted verbs in the text and complete the chart. Ну, соответственно, simple present, simple past, highlighted verbs не обязательно смотреть, я думаю, ты и так это сделаешь. They want to go to Australia.
They wanted to go to
They
Australia.
wanted to go to Australia. I don't want to say anything.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yes, I didn't want to say anything. Where do you want to go?
Where did you want to go?
И все три типа предложения, это плюсик, повествовательное, да, это минус, негатив и вопросительное, сложное причем. Очень просто. Здесь прибавили ed к глаголу, do поменяли на did, соответственно don't поменяли на didn't. Здесь do поменяли на did. Мне кажется, вообще очень просто. Впрочем, мне кажется, даже можно придумать. Давай на 130-ю. Read the rules and do the exercise. Та же самая грамматика, даже думаю, уже нечего объяснять. Но так как мы все-таки традиционно привыкли объяснять здесь, и становится еще более непонятно, да? Лучше бы вообще не приходили на эту фиолетовую страницу. Ну ладно. Regular verbs. I worked yesterday. Я вчера работал. You worked yesterday. He, she, it worked yesterday. We, you, they. Все понятно. Negative. You didn't work yesterday. Didn't сокращение от
Did not.
did not. She, причем тоже didn't, да? В настоящее время мы же говорим she doesn't, а в прошедшем все didn't. Мне даже кажется, что это еще легче, чем в настоящее время. По сути, вот здесь, да? We didn't work yesterday, they didn't work yesterday. Даже тут нечего объяснять абсолютно. Вопросительные предложения строятся каким образом? Абсолютно точно так же, как строится вопросительное предложение в настоящем времени. То есть вперед в настоящее время у нас было do I work, я работаю, а в прошедшем do меняем на did. Все. Все, что нам нужно сделать, do поменять на did. Короткий ответ yes I do в настоящем времени было, в прошедшем стало yes I did. Тоже все понятно. Даже ничего не буду объяснять. Короткий отрицательный ответ no I didn't. No she didn't. Даже легче, чем в настоящем. В настоящем было no she doesn't. Так ведь? А тут все didn't. No you didn't. No they didn't. Spelling rules for regular verbs. Ну это я вообще не объясняю. Это просто как бы правописание. Как надо правильно писать. Да? Я как бы тебя не учу, как правильно писать в принципе. Поэтому даже можно не объяснять. К обычным словам иди просто прибавляешь. Если слово заканчивается на и, просто д прибавляешь. Ну понятно, да? Потому что и уже здесь есть. Если слово на и, тоже просто д прибавляешь. Если слово заканчивается на глухую п, то она удваивается, например. Да? Stopped. Но как бы нас это тоже не интересует, потому что мы правописанием не занимаемся. Если на y заканчивается слово, то y убирается, а вместо нее пишется ied. Видишь?
Да.
Ну все, сказал, не буду объяснять, сам объяснил, да? Ладно. Contraction, сокращение. Didn't это did not. Ты уже сказала. Use the simple past for finished actions. Вообще лучше не буду переводить. По сути, да, используйте простое время для законченных действий. Ну, понятно, да? Прошлое это и есть законченное действие, так ведь? Regular verbs in the past and ed. В приставательной форме обычные глаголы regular добавляется ed окончание. Например, walked, lived, played. The past is the same for all persons. Прошедшая форма одинакова для всех родов, да? Первый, второй, третий для всех одинаковая. Используйте did, didn't, плюс базовая форма глагола для прошедшего времени. Вопросительном и отрицательном. То есть каша, ничего не понятно. Вот так что можете вообще не переводить. Не разбирать. И задание. Здесь ты доказываешь, что ты разобралась то, что ты только что сказал на фиолетовом. Да? Rewrite the sentences in the simple past with yesterday.
Вот
Translate.
напишите.
Перепишите. Rewrite. Write просто напишите. Rewrite. Перепишите.
Перепишите предложение с простым прошедшим с yesterday.
Вчера, да? Перепишите эти предложения в простом прошедшем с вчера. Present – настоящее, past – прошедшее. I use the internet. Ты просто говоришь, I used the internet yesterday. Давай, быстро.
I watched TV watched TV yesterday. Did you listen to the radio yesterday? We studied English yesterday. He didn't work yesterday. The movie ended at 7. I didn't like the movie yesterday. Did she smoke yesterday? They played tennis yesterday.
Все отлично. Complete the sentences with a verb in the simple past. Arrive, not wait, land, leave, stay, not remember, turn on, want, watch. Do you know all words?
No.
Which one is?
Arrive,
Arrive. Прибывать.
not wait.
Ну, типа не ждать, типа
И land.
land, земля или приземляться. Okay, I turned on the TV.
We
Something
we
in a
stayed
3-star hotel last year.
we stayed
We stayed, yes.
in a 3-star hotel last year.
Hotel.
Hotel. We were late and they
We were late. Translate.
мы опоздавшие.
Мы были опоздавшими.
И
И
они
Что?
не ждали.
Yes, как сказать не ждали?
Did not wait
Yes, or
For-
didn't?
for us.
Didn't wait for us. Good. 3.
You did you
Did you? Play нету.
watch it
Значит, watch it.
ten,
Did you watch it?
tennis?
Или did you watch?
Did you watch?
Did you watch, да? Почему watch it не прибавляем?
Потому что есть did.
Уже did есть, да? Один раз обозначили, что это прошедшая форма. Второй раз не обозначаем. На что это похоже? На does she smoke? Один раз обозначаем, что does, это третье лицо. Второй раз мы говорим smokes. Правильно? Помнишь?
Да.
То же самое здесь. Окей?
Did you watch tennis on TV last night?
Мгм.
Sorry, I did not remember. It was your birthday yesterday.
Мгм. Good.
I lived
I lived.
with my parents when I was a student.
Good.
Why did you want
Why did you want to be a doctor? Good.
he arrived
Arrived.
late for work and the boss was angry.
Translate.
Он прибыл поздно на работу и босс был злой.
Мгм. Good.
When the plane landed, she turned on her cell phone.
Мгм. Good. The last one. Если бы ты все зачеркивал, да? Что листочек был бы распечатан, остался бы только как раз для 8. Okay, go back to the main lesson. Complete the questions with was, were or did. Очень интересное задание. Very interesting task. Здесь нужно тебе просто тупо определять первый тип was, were или второй тип did. И все. Давай.
Did they want to go to Australia?
Okay, and answer the questions. Let's make it more difficult. Давай сделаем даже труднее, чем обычное задание. Did they want to go to Australia? Did they?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. And they wanted
They wanted to go.
to go to Australia. Mhm.
Was it a long trip?
Was it a long trip?
No, trip was short.
Trip was short. Или сначала no, it was not. It was not long. The trip was short. Good. 3. Hurry up.
Did they book their tickets on a travel agency?
Did they book their tickets at a travel agency?
No,
Did they?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They booked their tickets on the internet.
Good. 4.
Were the tickets expensive?
Were the tickets expensive? Were they?
No, it.
No, they weren't. Давай
It's-
полное short answer. Ты же знаешь, как это делать.
No,
Were the tickets expensive?
no, it's weren't.
Чего X?
They weren't.
No, they weren't.
Tickets.
The tickets
The tickets were expensive, cheap.
were cheap. Good. Number 5.
Did they check in a Heathrow?
Heathrow. Heath. Это межзубный. Heathrow Airport.
Heathrow Airport? No.
Did they check?
Yes, they.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
They checked
They checked in
at Heathrow Airport. Number 6.
Did they change planes 3 times?
Did they change planes 3 times? Did they?
Как переводится?
Did they change planes? What is change?
Менять?
No.
Поменяли самолеты 3 часа.
Раз, да? Они поменяли самолеты 3 раза?
No, they didn't. They change planes 2 times.
Only 2 times. Good. Number 7.
Was the second plane big? Yes, it was. The second plane was big.
Good. Number 8.
Was Emma worried?
Worried. Was Emma worried? What is worried? You don't know what is worried and ask what is worried.
Did Emma worried?
No, it's not right. Worried. Если здесь было бы did, здесь ed не должно было быть, так ведь? Один раз же только показано, что это прошедшая форма. Worried переводится обеспокоенный.
Yes, she was.
Если worried переводится обеспокоенный, значит номер 8 это первый тип. Никакого did в первом типе быть не может.
Was Emma worried?
Was Emma worried?
Yes, she was.
Yes, she was. Emma was worried.
Did the plane land in Australia?
Okay.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Plane landed in Canada.
Good.
Did they stay in Nova Scotia for a long time? No, they didn't. They stayed in Nova Scotia for 4 days.
Okay, very good. Hey, doggy. Okay, listen and check. Then listen and repeat. Copy the rhythm. In pairs, ask and answer the questions about Raul and Emma. Ага. Did they want to go to Australia? Ну, мы только что это все сделали, да? Давай 5.7. Попробуем повторить ритм. Попробуем давай 30-й.
Listening. 5.7. 1.
Did they want to go to Australia?
Repeat.
Did they want to go to Australia?
Did they want to go to Australia?
2. Was it a long trip?
Wasn't a long trip.
Was it a long trip?
3. Did they book their tickets at a travel agency?
Did they book their tickets on a travel agency?
Did they book their tickets at a travel agency?
4.
Were the tickets expensive?
Were the tickets expensive?
Good.
5.
Did they check in at Heathrow Airport?
Did they check in at Heathrow Airport?
Heathrow.
Heathrow Airport.
6.
Did they change planes 3 times?
Did they change plane 3 times?
Did they change planes 3 times?
7.
Was the second plane big?
Was the second plane big?
Was the second plane big? Интонацию саму, да? Ритм.
8.
Was Emma worried?
Was Emma worried?
Was Emma worried?
9.
Did the plane land in Australia?
Did the plane land in Australia?
10.
Did they stay in Nova Scotia for a long time?
Did they stay in Nova Scotia for a long time?
Scotia, да? Nova Scotia for a long time. Good. Next, number 4. Vocabulary and speaking. Number the past time expressions. 1 to 7. I booked the tickets 5 minutes ago. Next.
I booked the tickets yesterday morning.
Good. Next.
I booked the tickets 3 days ago.
Ago.
I booked the tickets last week.
Last week. Good.
I booked the tickets last November.
Last November.
I booked the tickets a year ago.
Так. По порядку делаешь или как?
По порядку, только забыла last night.
Окей. Так, а где у нас номер 3 вообще? Почему номер 4? Где у нас номер 3? Номер 2 было, сейчас 4, а номер 3 где? Ага, вот номер 3. Pronunciation, ED endings. Окончание ED, да? Simple past, regular verbs end in ED. In positive sentences, ED can be pronounced in 3 ways. То есть окончание ED, вот это, да, самое употребляемое, может быть произнесенным, как бы, да, 3 способами. Listen and repeat the verbs. In which group do you pronounce the E in the ED Y? То есть первая группа слов просто произносится D, arrived, то есть и не произносится так, arrived, changed, showed, tried, то есть только буква D. Первая группа слов, так? Дальше, вторая группа слов произносится только Т. И опять не произносится. Booked, checked, looked, walked, asked. И третья группа слов произносится ed. Id, по сути, да? Id. Не ед, а id. Wanted, landed, waited. Ну, в принципе, понятно. После всех звонких произносится д, после всех глухих к, т, например, нет, кроме т, да? После всех звонких произносится д, но не после звонкой д или т. Понятно, да? Или непонятно?
Понятно.
После всех звонких, после всех глухих, но не после т, произносится т. Понятно что-нибудь?
Да.
И третий столбик как раз теперь после т и после д. И после т, и после д всегда произносится id. Wanted, landed, waited. Я думаю, не так сложно. В принципе, главное запомнить т и д, а потом звонкие глухие, и все. Listen and repeat the verbs. In which group do you pronounce the E and Y? Почему Y? Why как раз я только что объяснил. А сами слова 5.8. Давай повторим.
Listening. 5.8. 1.
Arrived. Changed. Showed. Tried.
То есть, по сути, надо было повторять, да? Давай еще раз. Быстро повторяй, окей?
Окей.
Listening. 5.8. 1.
Д.
Arrived.
Arrived.
Changed.
Changed.
Showed.
Showed.
Tried.
Tried.
2. Booked.
Booked.
Checked.
Checked.
Looked.
Looked.
Walked.
Walked.
Asked.
Asked.
3.
Id.
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 Wanted.
Wanted.
Landed.
Landed.
Waited.
Waited.
Почему waited? Почему все третьи превратились в этот? Wanted, landed, waited, да? Ни в коем случае ударение никак не падает сюда, да? Wanted, landed, waited. Ну-ка, еще раз.
Wanted. Landed. Waited.
Okay, good. 5.9. Listen and repeat Emma and Raul's story. И как раз те картинки, которые ты делала по картинкам, да? Но точнее. Okay? Read it.
They wanted to go to Australia. They booked 2 tickets on the internet. They arrived on
At
Heathrow
Heathrow.
Airport. They checked in. They landed in a big airport. They changed planes.
Changed, думаешь?
Changed
Okay.
planes. They looked out the window. They walked to the information desk.
Information desk.
They showed the tickets.
Showed or showed?
Showed their ticket to a woman.
Так, сюда вернись. То есть после W, да, как бы после даже гласной получается, все равно звонкое, так? Мы как раз это не сказали, получается, да? Showed. После глухих всегда Т. После звонких и после гласных Д. Также слово, например, study. Как будет прошедшая форма? Изучал.
Studied.
Studied. Okay, good. Next. Use the pictures in 1B to retell the story from memory. Try to pronounce the simple past verbs correctly. Translate.
Используйте картинки в 1B, чтобы
Или из 1B. Retell. Tell говорить. А еще раз как бы говорить. Получается пересказать.
чтобы пересказать историю из памяти. Попробуйте произнести простые прошедшие глаголы правильно.
Правильно. Окей. То есть попробуйте, да? То есть пугает, типа, у вас не получится все равно, да? Типа. Но попробуйте. Возвращайся к картинке. Где картинка с самолетиками? Так. И вот она, картинка с самолетиками. И теперь четко рассказываешь всю историю, да? Давайте могу. Они ждали, чтобы поехать в Австралию.
They wanted to go to Australia.
Картинка 1.1, да? Картинка 2. Они заказали 2 билета в интернете.
They booked 2 tickets on the internet.
Картинку показывай. Они прибыли в Хитроу аэропорт.
They
Прибывать.
arrived to the Heathrow Airport.
Или at Heathrow.
Heathrow Airport.
Heathrow Airport. Number 4. Они зарегистрировались.
They
Регистрироваться. Когда ты регистрируешься, это как будто ты показываешь чеки свои.
checked.
Поэтому регистрироваться будет check.
They checked.
Checked in. Да, как бы чеки внутрь как бы им отдаешь туда, да, вот как бы вот за эту, получается, за reception desk. Берешь чек, и туда in, внутрь передаешь. И тогда будет регистрация checked in. Так. Они приземлились в большом аэропорту. Это как раз у нас D картинка.
They landed in a big airport.
Или at a big airport. Вообще, как бы я тебе говорил, ты переводи 90% правильно. 90% правильно переводишь, нормально. 10% неправильно, я даже тебе иногда не буду исправлять, чтобы как бы, ну, сам ритм у тебя не терялся. Да? Студенту нельзя постоянно исправлять, а то ему кажется, что он не разговаривает по-английски. На самом деле 90% правильно говоришь, нормально. Иногда я тебя не исправляю, потому что вообще не в тему в этот момент исправлять. Особенно те конструкции, которые ты вообще не изучал. Мы с тобой еще не изучали, в чем смысл тебе их исправлять. Соответственно, говори, 90% есть, нормально. Иностранец тебя поймет. Okay? Next. Что там? Самолет поменяли? Или нет еще?
Нет еще.
Окей. Они поменяли самолеты.
They changed.
Changed. Когда тренируемся, сильнее даже, чем нужно делай. Говори слова сильнее даже, чем нужно, да. They changed.
They changed planes.
Не слышно D у тебя в слове changed.
They changed
Окей, вот так.
planes.
Number 7. Они посмотрели в окно.
They
Где у нас в окно смотрит? Number 7. И...
they
типа они посмотрели и увидели. Вот в чем этот прикол. Окей. Как посмотреть? Looked out.
Looked out on the window.
Looked out the window. Good. Они пошли к регистрационной доске или информационному столу.
They
Попешковали, да, получается?
They walked
They walked.
to the information desk.
И последнее, они показали их билеты женщине.
They
Showed
their
tickets
woman.
to a woman. Good. Okay, dog. Vocabulary and speaking, number the past time expression 1 to 7. Давай еще раз. Do it again.
I booked the tickets 5 minutes ago. I booked the tickets last night. I booked the ticket yesterday morning. I booked the tickets last week. I booked the tickets 2 days ago. I booked the tickets last week. I booked the tickets last November. I booked the tickets a year ago.
Good. Last April. Ну, типа совсем уж четко. Надо говорить last April, а не the last April. Last week, а не the last week. I booked the ticket last week. Ну, русские, думаю, не хотят говорить the last week, да? I booked the ticket the last April. Не, русские не говорят the last April. Так что, значит, этого не парьтесь. Yesterday morning, afternoon, evening. Ага, то есть, когда про вчерашний вечер, мы говорим вчерашнее утро, вчерашний день, вчерашний вечер. Но если мы хотим сказать вчерашняя ночь, то мы должны говорить не yesterday night, например, да, вчера ночью я там пошел в клуб, например, да, а должны говорить last night. Понятно? То есть говорим прошлой ночью. Ну, если кто-то скажет yesterday night, небольшая ошибка, но если вы скажете last night, то будет вообще круто. Окей, B. Stand up and move around the class. Ask, did you? Questions. When somebody answers, yes, I did, write down their name and ask the next question, e.g., where to? Translate.
Остановись и
Нет.
встань.
Встаньте.
И
Подвигайтесь.
вокруг
Да,
класса.
вокруг класса или по классу.
Спросите, did you? Вопросы.
Мгм.
Когда кто-нибудь ответит да, я да, напишите внизу его имя и спросите следующий вопрос. Например, где,
Ну, где?
where to.
Where to. Куда, например, да? Find the person who. Okay.
Найди человека, который
Который
travel-
traveled by plane last year. Okay. Ask question. First question. Подходишь к человеку и говоришь, ты путешествовал на самолете в прошлом году? Как спросить?
Did you travel by plane last year?
Yes, I did. I traveled by plane last year.
Where to did?
Where to? Просто, да? Можно даже
Where
можно
to.
ничего не говорить, можно написать where to. Или where. Дальше.
Where did
Дальше.
you to?
Мгм. Okay. Where did you travel
Where did
by plane last year? Where did you travel by plane last year? I traveled by plane last year to Bangkok. Или I traveled to Bangkok last year by plane. Next.
Did you start learning English a long time ago?
Yes, I did. I started learning English a long time ago.
When did you start learning English a long time ago?
И что получилось? Когда ты? Ну ты прям первоклассники, да? Первоклассники вставляют сюда, потом все считают, у них получилось в вопросе ответ. Что у тебя получилось? Когда ты начал учить английский очень давно? Ага, давай нормально.
When did you start learning English?
Okay, I started learning English 15 years ago.
Did you play soccer last weekend?
Yes, I did. I played soccer last weekend.
With who did you play soccer?
I played soccer with my friends or with my students.
Did you study last night?
Did you study it last night? Answer. Answer.
Yes, I studied.
Yes, I studied.
Studied. Yes, I did. What did you study last night? I studied English.
Good. Next.
Did you cook a meal yesterday?
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Mhm.
What did you cook and
What did you cook?
yesterday?
Mhm.
I cooked food.
I cooked food. I cooked chicken, for example. I cooked chicken yesterday. Next.
Did you arrive late for class today?
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Вот американцы любят спрашивать вопрос, да? Они говорят, did you arrive late for class today? Потом смотрят на тебя и говорят, did you? И все, только два слова только говорят, did you? Тебя переспрашивают, да? Типа, ну чё, да? Did you? Ты говоришь, yes, I did. Или no, I didn't.
Why did you arrive late?
Arrive.
Late.
Очень важно, да? То есть, когда английский, вот когда вы отвечаете, или тем более, когда работаете, и также как бы в разговоре, когда вы отвечаете на вопросы, и вам кажется все легко, то сами себе усложняете, например, начинаете говорить четко. Да? То есть вот этот вопрос, например, ты читаешь, тебе кажется, что здесь все просто. Раз тебе все просто, значит усложняй произношение. То есть arrive – это arrive, а не arrive. Arrive – совершенно другое слово. И это мы понимаем, что Ф и В, какая разница для русских, да? Зуб, зуб, ничего непонятного. А для англичанина, так как все слова короткие, это может быть совершенно другое слово, и он причем не поймет, что ты просто как бы по привычке русской оглушаешь звонкие звуки. Он просто не поймет предложение, все. Поэтому arrive – это arrive, arrived, arrive. Ну, когда, конечно, сложные предложения, сложные конструкции, там нет времени думать про произношение, да, тогда ты, конечно, уже говоришь так, как уж есть. Там вот так голова забита совершенно другими вещами. Там столько процессов в голове происходит. Okay, good, continue.
Did you listen to the radio this morning? Yes, I did. What program did you listen to the radio this morning?
What program did you listen to? Did you listen to? Okay, on the radio this morning тогда. Okay, what program? I listened to, всегда, да? I listened to BBC, for example. Да? То есть покажу пример студентам, что надо слушать всякие иностранные радио, чтобы английский был лучше, а не просто там Европа плюс и так далее, да? Next.
Did you invite
Did you invite
a friend to dinner last weekend?
Did you invite a friend to dinner last weekend?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. I invited a friend to dinner last weekend. The full answer.
Who did
You invite.
you invite?
Ну, пока пускай будет так. Хотя на самом деле тут должно быть who you invite. Invited. Ладно, потом объясню почему, как. Вопрос к подлежащему позже будет. Okay?
Did you finish?
Who you invite? Who you invited?
I invite a girl.
I invited
A girl.
really my friend. Or I invited my sister. I invited a girl, как странно звучит. Okay. I invited my sister or my friend. Next.
Did you finish work late last night?
Did you finish work late last night?
Yes, I did. What did
Full answer. I finished work late last night. Чем больше говоришь слов, тем лучше. То есть есть возможность здесь несколько раз повторить одни и те же слова. Замечательно. Каждое слово нужно проработать по 10 раз. Даже если некоторые слова ты здесь знаешь, например, но встречала слово last только, например, 4 раза, не факт, что ты их забудешь через месяц. Поэтому разговаривайте как можно больше, говоришь как можно больше. And last sentence.
Did you watch TV last night?
Did you watch TV last night?
Yes, I watched TV last night.
Yes, I watched. Никакой не watching. Почему не watching? Потому что id только после Т и только после Д. Поэтому watched это не может быть. Только Ч глухой. Watched. Watched. Yes, I watched TV last night. What program?
Did you watch?
What program did you watch?
I watched
I watch BBC News, for example, or CNN News on TV last night. И образцы. Travel. Okay, yeah, мы это все сделали. Good. Well. So, what was the previous lesson's story about?
The previous lesson story was about two teenagers.
Okay. What did they want to do?
They want to go Sydney.
И want. И первый тип, и второй, да?
They wanted to go Sydney.
Why did they want to go to Sydney?
They did to go to Sydney because
So they did.
хотели.
Как будет хотели?
They wanted.
Только что-то did. Okay.
They wanted to go Sydney because it's fun.
Because it's fun. Okay. Did they go to Sydney by train?
No, they didn't. They go to Sydney on plane.
Or they wanted?
They wanted to go to Sydney on plane.
Или by plane. Was it the short trip? Or was it the quick trip?
Yes.
Короткая была такая, короткий полет, да? То есть Сидней, из Лондона.
No, the
Okay.
no, the trip was long.
Okay. No, the trip was long. Were the tickets cheap to Sydney?
The tickets of Sydney.
Tickets? What is tickets?
The tickets.
T, not chi. With chi only can be chicken. T, tickets.
The tickets to Sydney were expensive.
The tickets, если билеты, да? Или ticket, если один билет. How old was the guy?
The guy was 19.
Okay. What was his name?
His name was,
Just say I don't remember.
I don't remember.
What was her name? Her
I-
name was
I don't remember.
Emma. What did they do to buy tickets? What did they do to buy tickets? How did they buy tickets?
They buy tickets on internet.
Okay, before they bought them, did they look for them on the internet? Did they?
Yes, they did.
Full sentence, of course. Of course, I want you to give me the full sentence. Did they look for tickets on the internet?
Yes, they looked
Looked.
tickets on internet.
Okay. Were they lucky?
Yes, they were lucky.
How many tickets did they book?
I don't remember.
How many tickets? Did they book 5 tickets?
2 tickets.
No, they didn't. Did they book 5 tickets?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They booked 2 tickets.
They booked 2 tickets to Sydney. When was the trip? Or when was that? Do you remember the date?
They
Do you remember the date?
no, I don't.
The season? Was it summer or was it winter?
It was summer.
It was summer, okay, on August 1st. Where did they arrive first? During their flight or during their trip? Where did they arrive first?
They arrived first on big airport.
Okay. Before they got the plane, what airport did they arrive? What's the name of the airport?
The name of airport was Heathrow Airport.
Mhm. Good. How long was their trip?
Their trip was short.
Was short. For how many hours? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, no, I don't remember. Did they change planes?
Yes, they changed planes.
Why did they change planes?
They changed planes because
Странный вопрос, да? Why did they change planes? Okay, they changed planes because it was necessary. Okay, it doesn't matter. It was a stupid question. Was Emma happy when they changed planes?
no, Emma wasn't happy. She was unhappy.
Why? Why was she unhappy?
She was unhappy because they
Was she worried?
because she was worried.
Okay. What was she worried about?
She worried about their trip.
Their trip. Okay. Was she worried about the plane? Was she worried about the second plane?
Yes, she was. She worried about their second plane.
So what's wrong was with the second plane? Why was she worried about the second plane?
She worried about second plane because it was very small.
Yes, good. It was very small. Did she say anything to Raul?
No, she didn't. She did not anything.
She didn't say
She did not say
or did not say
anything Raul.
to Raul. What did they do first after the plane landed?
The first they wanted to go to information desk.
Did they look out the window before they went to information desk?
Yes, she did. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
They looked at to window before they wanted to go to information desk.
Okay. What did they do at the information desk?
They asked woman about their trip.
Okay. Did they do anything before they asked the woman about the trip? Did they smile? Did they dance? Or maybe
They worried.
did they show the tickets,
they showed their ticket woman.
Good. What did they say? What did they say?
They said questions.
What was their first question? What was the main question they asked?
The first question was about.
Do you remember the exact question? Exact? Okay. So, did they ask about their next flight?
Yes, they asked about their next.
So, they asked, when is our next flight? What happened next?
The next then woman said there about.
Sorry? Did she look at their tickets first?
The first woman looked their tickets.
What did she ask? What did she ask next? She asked.
She asked what it was finished. Finish their trip.
Okay, okay. Did she ask them the question about their destination? Or did they ask her, did she ask them the question like, where did you want to go?
Yes, she asked them questions like, where did she go?
Where did you want to go? What did they answer?
They answered. They answered like, where are
we?
Where
Yes, good, exactly. So, do you think they were in Sydney?
No, she.
Do you think
I
they
think.
were in Sydney?
I think they were in Sydney.
Yes. Do you think they were in Sydney? Yes.
Yes,
I think they were in Sydney. So what's wrong with that Sydney?
It was Sydney in Canada.
Yes, and
Not Australia.
not Sydney in Australia. Good. За 15 минут ты сказала 150 слов. Отлично. Эй! Итак, история. Попытаемся за... Ну, сколько минут будет, мы не знаем точно. Попытаемся, чтобы ты говорила сама предложение. То есть вообще фишка английского языка, что человек сам должен говорить английские предложения, а не просто переводить. Просто переводить — это ты просто учишь слова. Теперь ты будешь развивать ту часть мозга, которая будет ответственна за постановку английских предложений. То есть, в принципе, знания у тебя уже есть. Мы даже в прошедшее время уже изучили, да? Поэтому я буду немножко помогать, задавать наводящие вопросы, но здесь, по сути, ты историю должна рассказывать сама. Историю про Стива, который поехал на чемпионат по футболу. Ну, там будет немножко подсказки, я думаю, как бы, да, разберешься. Давай, посмотри, внизу начинается история. Можешь побольше экран сделать. Steve arrived at Manchester airport. Steve arrived at Manchester Airport. You understand it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so show pictures. Picture number 1. Steve arrived.
He checked in.
He checked in. Okay.
Then
Then
they waited for
they. Who's they?
Steve.
Why Steve they?
Then he waited for the plane.
Okay, then he waited for the plane.
He didn't smoke.
Was the plane big?
The plane was big.
Was big, for example, right? Or I don't know, maybe the plane was big. What happened next?
The next he landed in.
What about number 4?
He didn't smoke
He didn't smoke, okay? Why didn't he smoke?
because he don't smoke.
Because he don't smoke, or because he doesn't smoke.
He doesn't smoke.
Or because he didn't smoke that time. Next.
He landed in
Milan. Okay. Then
and then he traveled by bus to the hotel.
to the hotel.
And he arrived at the hotel.
Okay, good.
He stayed at the hotel for 2 nights.
Did he like it there?
Maybe he liked it there. Liked there.
Liked it there. What did he do at their hotel? What did he do at the hotel?
He watched
Watched.
TV.
He watched TV at the hotel.
Then he didn't visit the city.
He didn't visit the city. Okay, good.
He practiced for 3 hours.
He practiced for 3 hours. Why did he practice?
Because he is soccer
he is
player.
or he was?
He was a soccer
He
player.
was a soccer player. Did he want to play soccer that day?
Yes, he wanted to play soccer that day.
Okay, what happened next?
The next he didn't play in the game.
Why? Why didn't he play in the game?
Because he sitting.
Because he was sitting on the bench. Просто сидел на скамейке. Because nobody invited him. What is invite? Приглашать. Or because nobody asked him to play. Or because the coach or trainer didn't invite him or didn't want him to play the game.
In the end, Milan scored 5 goals.
5 goals. Okay, good. What about the task? Look at the pictures, write sentence, test your memory, cover the sentences, and look at the pictures, remember the story. Okay, next story. Next story. About 2 guys. Just read the story first.
A few years ago, the British
Team.
Manchester United played the Spanish team
Deportivo the La Coruna
in the
Champions League. Champions League, Лига Чемпионов. A few years ago, the British team Manchester United played the Spanish team Deportivo La Coruna in Champions League. Okay, two Manchester United fans wanted to travel to Spain to see the game. Why did they want to travel to Spain?
They wanted to travel to Spain because they wanted to see game.
Yes, good. It wasn't possible to fly to La Coruna direct, so they needed to fly to Santiago de Compostela and then get a taxi. They booked tickets to Santiago on the internet. They checked in at Heathrow Airport at 9 p.m. because the flight was at 11 at night. When the plane landed, they were very surprised. It was morning. So they're like, wow, that's incredible, why it's morning? They walked out of the airport and stopped a taxi. They asked the taxi driver, where is the game? The taxi driver answered, what game? They weren't in Spain, they were in Santiago, the capital of Chile. So Chile is like in South America, right? Okay, not in Europe. Okay, now you try to tell the story. Just by looking at the pictures, if you want to. Okay? Or even like, don't look at the pictures and hide a text for yourself. Hide it. Спрячь текст. Hide it. Okay? So hide the text. And tell me the story.
Two teams played football and
Soccer.
and two soccer fans
Fans.
wanted to see game. They wanted to book tickets on internet, and they booked it. They wanted to go airport 9 p.m. because 11 p.m. was game.
Okay, good.
But then they slept, and then it was morning. They stopped taxi and asked driver about game. Driver asked them what's game, and they not.
Sorry?
Они узнали.
They... okay. Okay.
And they not what they in Chile.
90%, если правильно, то считаем, что нормально, да? Иностранцы тебя поймут, okay?
And they not
Позже объясню, почему наут не бывает такого слова. Okay.
what they was in Chile, not Spain.
Okay, good. So, questions. When was this story happen? When?
The story happened in
A few years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah, this is how story started. A few years ago, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, where were they from?
They was from.
They was or they were?
They were
Okay.
from British.
British. Есть такая страна у нас British.
Нет,
Britain.
Britain.
Ты можешь сказать they were British or they were from Britain.
Britain.
Was it possible to fly to La Coruna direct? Was it possible? Was it possible to fly direct, non-stop? You need to ask me a question. If you don't understand some word, you need to ask me a question about this word.
What means?
What
What does mean? Word direct.
does direct mean? What does direct mean? Напрямую, прямой рейс, здесь имеется в виду. Can they fly direct to La Coruna?
Yes, they flight direct to La Coruna.
Okay, show me the picture at the top. Okay, and read this one. Read it.
No.
Read it.
Ah.
No. Okay, read it.
It wasn't possible to fly to La Coruna direct, so they needed to fly to Santiago de Compostela and then get a taxi.
Okay, so was it possible to fly to La Coruna direct? Was it? Was it possible?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Okay. How did they get tickets?
They booked tickets on internet.
Okay, good. И понятно, да, как бы, что происходит со студентами, когда они смотрят это видео, да? То есть я задаю вопрос, вы нажимаете паузу, сами отвечаете на вопрос, затем нажимаете play и затем слушаете. Да? То есть, еще раз повторяю, что нет смысла просто сидеть и в YouTube смотреть это видео. Тогда вы будете, как бы, у вас будут работать только уши, а чтобы работали уши, чем слушать как бы меня, лучше смотрите фильмы. Да? Я думаю, даже интереснее, чем такие простые тексты, как бы пытаться разобрать разными способами. Yeah. Dog. Okay, 5B. The same lesson. И за эти 15 минут нам нужно опять так сделать, чтобы ты сказала 150 слов. Если из них будет 15 новых слов, то будем считать, что как бы вообще супер. И как всегда традиционно давай верхняя фраза. To travel is to discover that everyone is wrong about other countries. Путешествовать – это обнаруживать или открывать, ну, обнаруживать лучше, что каждый не прав насчет других стран. По сути, понятно, да, что это значит? Ну, кому непонятно, спросите у своих родителей, что знает эта фраза. И давай, быстро. Каждое слово, которое не знаешь, только его переводи.
Booked, checked, wanted, walked, painted, arrived, turned,
Да я не слышу.
traveled, asked, waited, looked, worked, called, played, landed.
Landed.
What does landed mean?
What is land? What is land? Our land. Наша земля. Земля. Значит, приземляться.
listened, danced,
Dance, то есть ты все
Dance.
по-британски читаешь. Ask, да? Ask американский. Dance американский.
watched,
Watched,
helped,
helped, start. Это как, кстати? Ты, потом D прибавил, да?
started,
Started.
worked, decided. What is decided?
What is decided? Decide, решать. Типа, я решил купить теннисную ракетку. Этот парень говорит. Okay.
Followed.
Или followed.
What mean?
What is followed? Follow me. Come on, let's go. Follow me. Let's play tennis.
Следуй.
Следовать.
Lead.
So, underline the word where ed is pronounced id. How many words? Wanted,
Painted.
waited,
Landed. Started.
decided. Yes, good. Practice saying the words. Grammar, simple past, regular verbs. Complete the sentences with a verb. First in the affirmative and then in the negative. Affirmative – утвердительная, negative – отрицательная, имеется в виду форма. Book, show, help, walk, play, paint, study, work. Все слова знаешь. Yesterday Sam walked to work, but he didn't walk home. Why didn't he? Why didn't he walk home?
Because he walked to work.
Потому что он на работу шел, да? А не может он не туда и туда что ходить. Например, because he was he tired? For example, was he?
Yes.
Yes, he was
Maybe,
tired.
yes.
Yes, maybe he was tired. Or maybe he was out of time. Может, у него не было времени, he was out of time. Maybe he was in a hurry. Was he in a hurry? Maybe he was in a hurry. I, Chinese at school, but German and Spanish.
I didn't study Chinese at school, but I studied German and Spanish.
German and Spanish, good.
The teacher.
Teacher. The teacher
Helped me with the exercise, but she didn't help my friend.
Okay, why didn't she help your friend?
Because her or maybe him friend.
Sorry?
Because her friend or him friend.
Что за такой him friend?
His.
Because her friend or his friend.
Can do exercise.
Can do exercise. Okay, or could do exercise, да? В прошедшем. Okay, good.
Bill played basketball when he was young, but he didn't play soccer.
Okay, did he like soccer?
No, he didn't.
What did he like to play?
He liked play.
He liked to play. Liked глагол, play глагол, между ними to.
He liked to play basketball.
Did he like to play basketball when he was old?
Yes, he liked to play basketball when he old, maybe.
When he was old. Тогда maybe, тогда вперед. I don't know, but maybe. Right? Maybe he liked to play basketball when he was old. What was his name?
His name is Bill.
Was he married?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe, how can we know? The sentence is only about basketball and soccer. Okay, number 5.
They booked the tickets, but they didn't book a hotel.
Okay, they booked the tickets, but they didn't book a hotel. Did they get a hotel? What was the name of hotel?
I don't know.
How many tickets did they book?
I don't know. Maybe tickets were expensive or cheap.
Okay. Okay, whatever. Number 6. We what? We the living room, but we the bedroom.
We painted.
Okay, only painted can be here.
We painted the living room, but we didn't paint the bedroom.
Okay, good. Why didn't you paint the bedroom?
They didn't play the bedroom. Paint the bedroom because they
were out of paint. У них не было краски. Did they paint the bedroom first?
no they
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. They painted the living room.
Okay, good. Number 7.
The salesperson last Saturday, but on Sunday. The salesperson
Showed. Okay, что показалось?
worked.
Okay.
The salesperson worked last Saturday, but she didn't work on Sunday.
Okay. Did she work on Wednesday?
Maybe, yes, she did.
Yes, she did. She worked
On
Wednesday. Yes, give us a full sentence. Okay, number 8.
I showed the photos to my sister, but I didn't show them to my brother.
Okay. What were the photos about? What were on the photos?
Maybe the photos
Of their holiday, for example. Or
or
the photos of her dog.
or her birthday.
Or her birthday photos. Good. Next. Tennis guy. Order the words to my questions. What can you see on the picture?
The man is tired
The man is tired.
because
Why is he tired?
because he played tennis.
Played? What is played?
Played
Played tennis. Okay, because played, you know what is played? Played? Тарелка. Да? Потому что он тарелка теннис. Вот разница между Т и Д, да? В русском зуб. В английском очень важно. Because he played. Okay, so.
Was Peter tired after the match? Yes, he was.
Was Peter tired after the match? Yes, he was. Why? Why was Peter tired after the match?
Because he played and played very good.
Very good, very hard. Good. Next.
Where you were last night?
Are you sure? First you say you Then you say were after you.
Where were you last night?
Mhm.
I was at home.
What did you do?
Maybe he.
What did you do? I didn't say what did he do. What did you do?
I was at home
I was
too.
at home too, yes. And what did you do?
I read a book.
Okay.
Or I studied English.
I studied English. Okay. About reading. Тоже разберем. Тоже неправильный глагол. Next.
Were they for? Were they late for the concert?
Yes. Were they late? Were they late for the concert?
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. Next.
Where did the plane land?
Where did, сначала where, да, where, главное слово, потом did, спецчастица, подлежащее, the plane, и в конце сказуемое. Where did the plane land?
At the airport.
What was the name of the airport?
I don't know.
What time was it?
Maybe it was night or
It was 9 p.m. It was Heathrow Airport. Don't say, I don't know, just give me any words. Give me any English words. It's so easy to say, I don't know. It's not fair, come on. Number 5.
what did your brother study in college?
What did your brother study in college?
Biology.
Biology. Did he study chemistry?
Maybe he studied chemistry, but
What else did he study? He also
studied
studied math, physics. Okay, good. Next.
was your boyfriend
Was your...
boyfriend
What about first?
was
What about first? Как насчет first слово? Was. Okay. So what's the sentence? What's the question? Was. Okay. And we continue. То есть как мы работаем, да? Мы сейчас медленно разговариваем. Ты разговариваешь все-таки, да? Используя 600 слов, хотя занимаешься, в принципе, только 2 месяца английским. То есть, в принципе, результат хороший. Кто разговаривает лучше, чем мы разговариваем сейчас, да? Тот, соответственно, отвечает на вопросы самостоятельно, без паузы теперь. Переводит раньше нас. Отвечает на вопросы раньше нас. Составляет вопросы тоже раньше нас. Но если не получается, то также с паузой. Паузу нажали, сами ответили. Или впарили сами себе. И потом проверили правильный вариант. Итак, номер 6. Question number 6.
Was your first boyfriend very tall?
Was your first boyfriend very tall?
No, not really.
Not really. What does not really mean? Not really. Не очень, да? Вообще-то нет, да? Ну не очень. Okay, 7.
Why did you wait for the bus?
Didn't or did?
Didn't.
Почему ты не ждал автобус? Why didn't you wait for the bus? Why didn't you wait for the bus?
Because it was too cold.
Was it summer?
No, it was winter.
What was the bus number?
The bus number was 72.
Okay. Where did the bus go?
The bus wanted to go to school.
Okay, good. Wanted. Что за wanted? Прошедшая форма от go. Wanted. Хотел.
Wanted.
Okay, wanted, другое слово. Wanted, каждый звук важен. Okay, what was the bus color?
The bus color was yellow.
How many students were there inside the bus?
Inside the bus, 14 students was inside.
Существование чего-то где-то, как сказать?
Zara.
А в прошедшей форме?
There was.
А если несколько?
There,
There это не there was. There is это there was. А they are. There are.
there were
There were
40 students
40 students inside that
bus.
bus. Okay, good. Next, 8.
What did Sandra arrive yesterday at work time?
Что получилось? Каша, да? То есть чем состоят эти предложения, лучше просто сказать на русском. Ну, сама книга не предусматривает вообще разговора на русском, да? То есть английская книга. Давай, скажи мне просто предложение. Во сколько Сандра прибыла на работу вчера?
What time?
What time? Обязательно. What time?
Did Sandra arrive to work
At work.
yesterday?
At work yesterday. So what time did Sandra arrive at work yesterday?
At 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock. Did she drive?
Yes, she was drive. Yes, she drived.
Drived. Если бы drive, был бы правильным глаголом, да? Но об этом тоже позже. Okay. What was the name of her car? What was the name of her car?
Her car name was.
Your car or her cars?
Your car's name was Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi, okay. Was her car slow?
Her car's no, it wasn't. Her car was. Was not slowly.
Was not slow. Okay, was fast. Как fast food. Быстрая еда в Макдональдсе, да? Fast food, быстрый. Okay. How old is Sandra?
Sandra was 33 old.
33 years old. What does she do?
She was.
What does she do? Or you want in the past, okay. What did she do?
She was.
She was a waiter.
Waiter.
Or she worked
She worked at
at a restaurant.
restaurant or coffee.
Okay. Did she have a child?
Yes, she had
Пока, да? Хотя такого слова тоже нет.
had
She had.
two children.
She had 2 children. Okay. Good. Okay, let's go next. Next page. 20th century quiz. What is century?
Столетие.
Век, по-другому можно, да? Столетие. 20th century quiz. Vocabulary, past expression. Or, no. Not vocabulary. Let's go down the picture. 1975, 85. So complete the questions and answers. When did the Wall Street crash happen?
It happened in 1929.
29. Can you translate this?
когда стена
Wall-Street, название улицы.
Уолл-стрит,
Crash, падение, да, или крах.
крах, падение случилось.
Да, случилось. Мгм.
Это случилось в 1929 году.
Мгм. Okay. Next question.
When did the Second World War end?
Good.
It ended in 1945.
Мгм. Next.
When did Neil Armstrong land on the moon?
Мгм.
He landed on the moon in
When? I have no idea. 85, 2001, 25.
He landed on the moon in 1985, maybe.
No, before 69. After Gagarin.
When did cell phones first appear?
Appear. Appear. What is appear? What is appear?
I wanted to answer you.
I wanted to ask you.
Ask you.
Если хотела ответить, отвечай. Appear. Появляться.
They first appeared in. They first appeared in 1985.
85. Yes. Next, number 5.
When did John Logie Baird
Where? Yeah, doesn't matter.
invent the television?
Mhm.
He invented the television in
Invented. What is invented?
Isabel
Mhm.
in 1975.
No. Before that.
19.
Before that. Yes, 1925. Yes, in America they watched TV even before World War II.
When did George Harrison die?
Mhm.
He died.
In 2001. Okay,
2001.
7.
When did Bill Gates start Microsoft?
Okay.
He started Microsoft in 1975.
75. Yes, that's right. Next. Vocabulary. Circle the correct answer. She wasn't here last night, or she wasn't here yesterday night. We know that we need to say last night. My son was born ago 2 years, or my son was born 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
They traveled to the US last month or the last month?
Last month.
Last month. Did you call me last morning, or did you call me yesterday morning?
Yesterday morning.
Yes, the plane landed 2 hours ago or 2 hours.
2 hours ago.
Mark arrived in Taipei the last July or last July. What? The last July or last July, okay.
Last July.
Last July. I stayed with him before 2 weeks or 2 weeks ago.
Before 2 weeks.
I stayed with him. What is before 2 weeks?
Течение?
No. Before the door.
2 weeks ago.
I stayed with him 2 weeks ago. Isabella booked the tickets yesterday afternoon or last afternoon.
Yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, always yesterday. Only last night, right? Morning, afternoon, evening, always yesterday. And with night, we say last. More words to learn. Right translation, try to remember the words. Word pronunciation, translation. Teenager. Give me the phrase. Phrase or sentence.
Teenager is
Teenager
is young person.
is young person. Okay. Teenagers are crazy sometimes. Trip. Phrase.
Trip was very fun.
Okay. That trip was very fun. Flight. What is flight?
I don't know.
You don't know what is flight?
Полет?
Yes?
Flight was very slow.
Slow and
And-
boring. Flight was very
And
boring.
terrible.
And terrible. Yes. Lucky. What is lucky?
Удачливый.
Okay. Phrase or sentence.
They are lucky
They're lucky because they won $5,000. Worried. Were. Причем were, звук bird, птица, а не о, да? Were, worried.
They worried because
No, cannot be they worried because worried is adjective.
they was worried
Okay, and they,
because they
no, not because they was or they were.
they were
They were worried.
because they were late.
Okay, good. They were worried because they were late. Good. Book a ticket. Book a ticket.
They book a ticket on airport.
Okay, good. They book a ticket at the airport. It's very dangerous to book a ticket
On internet.
on the internet. Yeah, you can fly to some crazy country and don't know what to do there. Show, verb. Show. What is show?
Показывать.
Показывает, okay.
She showed
She showed
him
or them
her
her
photo.
photo, okay. She showed her photo. Arrive.
A plane arrived
at 5 p.m.
at 5 p.m.
Or plane arrived, our plane or their plane arrived late, very late. Landed.
What does land mean?
Yes, you always ask me, what does land mean? And I always keep telling you that land is земля, and if it's verb, then приземлиться. И земля, и приземлиться, verb.
Plane landed
in
Heathrow Airport.
Heathrow Airport or in Brazil. Plane landed in Brazil. So, conjunctions. What is conjunctions? I don't know, right? Conjunction. Союз. So.
Итак,
Итак.